All right, in this video we're going to talk about the definition of a function. I've got some graphical examples and some numerical ones as well. Let's look at the definition. A function is a rule that maps each element of a domain to one and only one element in the range. Let's look at a couple of examples. This is called a mapping, and this first mapping is a function. And the reason why is because every element in the domain is assigned to one and only one element in the range. So yes, this is a function. The second one is a function. Yes, 8 is ignored, but that's not the point of the definition. The point of the definition is that every element in the domain is assigned to one and only one element in the range. This is not a function. Can you see why? The reason is because 7 is assigned two different values in the range, and so that's why this is not a function. These examples that I've just given you are called mappings. Let's look at some ordered pair illustrations. The first illustration is a function, and that's because every x value in the ordered pair is different. So therefore, it's assigned only one y value. The y values could all be the same. They could all be 8, and it would still be a function. The problem is that when you have a repeating x value, that's assigned two different y values. And that's why the second listing here is not a function. Can you see which x value repeats in the second case? It's 1. So 1 is assigned to the number 5, but it's also assigned to the number -2. So this is not a function. These are ordered pair illustrations. Here's a couple graphical illustrations. This first one is a function. How do I know that? Because it passes the vertical line test. If I draw a vertical line anywhere I want, and no matter where I put it, it always hits the function one time, then it's a function. However, this picture, this graph, is not a function, because here I draw the vertical line and it touches the function in more than one spot. And so this is not a function because it does not pass the vertical line test. Question: what does the vertical line test do? What does it reveal? Well, the vertical line test reveals that if an x value has more than one associated y value. And so in the first picture, we can see that every x value is assigned only one y value because every vertical line only touches the graph once. Now here, there are some places where if I drew a vertical line, it would only touch once, like right here where my cursor is. But the point is that there is at least one place where if I draw the vertical line, it's going to touch more than once. And so that's what the vertical line test does for us. Let's talk about function notation. In algebras 1 and 2, we use the letter y quite a bit, but now we're going to replace y with f of x. F is the name of the function. X is the input to the function, also known as the domain element. And the entire expression f of x is known as the output. That's the range element. So if I give you 4 different functions, f of x, g of y, p of t, n of r, what are the names? Well, the names are f, g, p, and n. What are the inputs? Well, those are x, y, t, and r. And what are the outputs? Those are f of x, g of y, p of t, and n of r. And so that kind of helps us get our footing about what the definition of a function is, how functions look graphically, numerically, and again graphically, and to deal with function notation. That's it for this particular video. God bless you wherever you are today.